let's talk about the new season, the things that we know that are coming. First off, Seer. We got the details on his kit, and I was kind of warning us not to think the new character is OP, but guys, I feel like the new character might be OP. So we knew his passive is tactical and his ultimate, but now we've got a little more detail on him. His passive, Heartseeker. While aiming down sight, Seer can hear the heartbeat of nearby legends, helping him discover their location. So he can just be passively scanning for people. We knew that was kind of a big deal. He's going to be a recon legend. But here's where things get a little out of hand. Tactical, focus of attention. Seer releases several mini drones, and after a delay, they mark all enemies in front of him. We knew this. What we didn't know was interrupting their use of healing items and revives, and revealing their locations and health to Seer and his allies for 8 seconds. He cancels heals and revives. So through the wall, he's going to cancel heals and revives and give you visibility on them and visibility on their health for 8 seconds. I don't think the drones can be destroyed. I've not seen that confirmed. His ultimate can be destroyed, but the mini drones, they have not revealed the cooldown yet that I have seen. His ultimate, Exhibit, Seer throws out his Heart Chamber, which releases hundreds of mini drones that form a sphere. Enemies that move quickly or fire their weapons in the sphere are marked, revealing their location and footsteps to Seer and his allies. Enemies can destroy the Heart Chamber by shooting and destroying it in a similar manner to stopping Crypto and Horizon's ultimate abilities. So we knew about that. That makes sense. That it's a solid recon ability, covers an area. You see where everybody's at if they don't move stealthily. All that's fine. Everything's fine except for this interruption of healing and revives. That's pretty crazy. So I expect that to get nerfed, so take advantage of it as soon as he drops. All right, let's see what else we got. World's Edge map update. And we've seen some details on that. I'm not really going to get too into that. Train Yard was wiped out by a landslide. The fissure has extended further along the map. Refinery has been replaced by a very large new building area. So we got some map updates, and they actually look like some pretty cool updates to the map, so I'm excited about that. Ranked arenas, we knew that was coming, so that's exciting. We also get arenas maps, which are Kings Canyon Hillside, World's Edge Dome, and Olympus Oasis. So some good things added in. The new weapon is going to be the Rampage light machine gun, and it looks like you can load thermite grenades into this machine gun the same way you can load shield cells into a sentinel, and it adds some fire damage. The trailer shows Rampart using the Rampage to shoot a door open after charging it up with thermite grenades. So interesting new weapon. I like the idea of experimenting with dumping more resources into guns. I don't really use those myself. I don't charge a sentinel myself, but I like that that's an option. Like, you can burn your resources on powering your gun up for a temporary time. Here are some legend changes that are coming, and these are pretty big, guys. So Caustic is getting a buff. Instead of 5 ticks of damage per second, Caustic's gas will now increase in damage every other second. So 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7. But here's the thing, there's no longer any limit on how much it can increase. So yeah, you can't play around with Caustic's gas anymore, and this was important. Now, to balance that out, the gas cloud created from his Nox grenade is going to dissipate 5 seconds sooner. So less time with his ult, but the gas is going to do a lot more damage. And they talked about Seer as a way to slow the meta down, and I don't really see Seer as fulfilling that role. I think you're going to see a lot of teams pushing with him. But I do think that giving Caustic this buff is a good way to slow this meta down a little bit. I don't think he's going to single-handedly change the meta by any means, but he is going to be a viable legend for teams that don't want to play like an Octane composition where they're just running and gunning. For teams that actually want to hold ground, it's good to see a defensive character get a buff. I'd like to see more of that personally. Next we have Horizon. Her ability to maneuver while in the air in Gravity Lift is adjusting to be closer to how it was in Season 7 prior to the nerfs in following seasons, but it's not a total revert. So Horizon was too powerful up on her lift. She got nerfed into the ground. They're going to take her a little closer to where she was. We'll see how that shakes out. Fuse is getting some love. I'm excited about that. His knuckle cluster will last twice as long, allowing him to deny areas for longer. So doubling the time that his knuckle cluster is exploding. That's pretty cool. And enemies caught in the mother lode will be highlighted, even if they're in a building or behind a wall, making it easier for Fuse and his allies to plan their follow-up attack. So even if you can't catch somebody in Fuse's ring of fire, you can dump it around the building and see exactly where the people inside are. We've added some recon utility to Fuse, and I think that's really cool. Now, how will these buffs impact the meta? I think you are going to see all three of these characters get used more. There are a lot of people who love Horizon, and they were really heartbroken when she was nerfed. So I think you're going to see those Horizon mains come back out to play, and that's exciting. I think you're going to see a lot more Caustic. Caustic was really popular before his big nerf, so buffing him is going to bring him back into the mix, and I think he's going to be a key character in stopping the pushes that your Seers and your Bloodhounds are going to be enabling. And Fuse, I don't see this like taking him up to an A tier legend, but it might take him out of that bottom tier where nobody wants to use him. We'll see, but I'm glad they're still trying to work on him and make him somebody that people actually want to play. I think the recon utility of his ult, like that's a pretty big deal. But we'll see how people play with it. So, Revenant's getting a nerf, but probably not the one you were hoping for. Enemies will get an audible and visual indication when Death Totem's death protection is about to end, letting them know that Revenant and his allies are about to be vulnerable. Honestly, the help people need with the Revenant pushes needs to come way before Death Totem is about to end. So, like it says, this isn't a comprehensive list. There are more changes planned in the mid-season update, but you know, I'm hoping to see a little more pushback on the Revenant combo, but we'll see. We'll see how all of this shakes out, and we'll see what happens when the full patch notes are released.